Welcome to 6th semester botany students. I am Dr. Suresh Kumasi, working in Marani Science College Varman, Bengaluru. In this session, I will explain about photorespiration. Photorespiration is a process in many plants by which they take up oxygen in the light and give out some carbon dioxide. So this is contrary to the general pattern of photosynthesis. The increased rate of respiration in the green cells of plants in the presence of light is called photorespiration. Photorespiration was first demonstrated by Dicker and Teo in 1959 in tobacco, and the term photorespiration was given by Kotkov in the year 1963. It occurs in C3 plants such as rice, wheat, barley, bean, etc. The process of photorespiration takes place in three organelles such as chloroplast, peroxisomes, and mitochondria. Photorespiration is a process which involves oxidation of organic compounds in plants by oxygen in the presence of light. Like normal respiration, this process also releases carbon from organic compound in the form of carbon dioxide but does not produce ATP. Thus, it seems to be a wasteful process. Photorespiration occurs only in C3 plant during daytime, usually when there is a high concentration of oxygen in the atmosphere. Photorespiration increases with increase in the intensity of light, high temperature, high oxygen, low concentration of carbon dioxide, and age of the leaf. On a warm, bright day, when the plant is undergoing rapid photosynthesis, up to 50% of the carbon dioxide fixed in photosynthesis is lost in photorespiration without generating any substantial amount of energy. Like normal respiration, photorespiration also takes in oxygen and releases carbon dioxide. Important characteristics of photorespiration. It takes place in the photosynthetic cells in the presence of light. It depends upon the photochemical activity of chloroplast and also the biochemical activity of peroxisomes and mitochondria. Although photorespiration utilizes ATP and NADPH2 but produces only small amount of ATP. Thus it is a energy consuming process, whereas normal respiration is energy producing process. Three organelles which are involved in photorespiration, that is chloroplast, peroxisome, and mitochondria. In the presence of CO2 and low level of carbon dioxide, ribulose 1,5 biphosphate reacts with the oxygen and forms 2-phosphoglycolate and 3-phosphoglycerate and hydrogen ions. This reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme ribulose 1,5 biphosphate carboxylase. The 3-phosphoglycerate enter the Calvin cycle. 2-phosphoglycolate releases an inorganic phosphate to become glycolate molecule. This reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme phosphoglycolate phosphatase. The glycolate formed in the chloroplast passes into the peroxisome, where it is converted into glyoxylate and hydrogen peroxide by the enzyme glycolate oxidase. The hydrogen peroxide is highly toxic to the cells. It is readily broken down into water and oxygen by the activity of enzyme catalase. The glycolate reacts with the glutamate in the presence of an enzyme glyoxylate glutamate aminotransferase to form a molecule of glycine and alpha ketoglutarate. The glycine transported from peroxisome to the mitochondria. Inside the mitochondria, the glycine is decarboxylated to form methylene H4 folate, carbon dioxide, and ammonia. This reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme glycine decarboxylase. H4 folate is the coenzyme. In the next step, serine is formed. Serine is formed by the transfer of methyl group from methylene H4 folate to glycine. This reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme serine hydroxymethyl transferase. Then serine returns back to the peroxisome, where it reacts with the alpha ketoglutarate to form hydroxypyruvate and glutamate. This reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme serine aminotransferase. The hydroxypyruvate is reduced by the NADH to form a glycerate. This reaction is catalyzed with the enzyme hydroxypyruvate and hydroxypyruvate reductase. The glycerate migrates into the chloroplast where the enzyme glycerate kinase phosphorylates the glycerate into 3-phosphoglycerate using ATP. Since 3-phosphoglycerate, an intermediate of Calvin cycle, it directly enters the Calvin cycle for the synthesis of simpler sugar. And this slide showing the movement of metabolite between the three organelles, that is chloroplast, peroxisome as well as mitochondria. So this is the three-dimensional structure of three organelles where photorespiration takes place, that is chloroplast, peroxisome and mitochondria. Mechanism of photorespiration or C2 cycle. The process of photorespiration at initial stage occurs inside the chloroplast. It is a primary substrate, is an early product of photosynthesis, the glycolate. Since glycolate is a 2-carbon compound, the process is also termed as C2 cycle. In the presence of light, with high concentration of oxygen and low concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, the photosynthetic enzyme ribulose biphosphate carboxylase develops a high affinity for oxygen than the carbon dioxide, and its function as RUBP oxygenase. It catalyzes RUBP into 3-phosphoglyceric acid and 2-phosphoglycolate or 2-phosphoglycolic acid in the presence of oxygen. Glyoxylate then converts into amino acid glycine by transamination reaction. Then the glycine goes to mitochondria where 2 molecules of glycine interact to form 1 molecule of amino acid serine along with the release of ammonia and carbon dioxide. Serine then returns back to peroxisomes and thus contribute to the formation of glyceric acid. Glyceric acid then passes into the chloroplast where it is a phosphorylated to form a 3-phosphoglyceric acid. 3-phosphoglyceric acid enters into the C3 cycle of photosynthesis. Steps involved in photorespiration, already I told you. When carbon dioxide concentration in the atmosphere becomes less and oxygen concentration inside the plant increases, ribulose 1,5-biphosphate combines with oxygen to form 1 molecule of 3-phosphoglyceric acid and 2 molecules of 2-phosphoglycolic acid in the presence of an enzyme RUBP oxygenase. 2-phosphoglycolic acid loses its phosphate group in the presence of an enzyme phosphatase and thus converts into glycolic acid. The glycolic acid synthesized in the chloroplast is then transported to peroxisome. Inside the peroxisome, it reacts with the oxisome to form a glycolic acid and hydrogen peroxide in the presence of an enzyme glycolic acid oxidase. Hydrogen peroxide is converted into water and oxygen in the presence of an enzyme catalase. The glyoxylic acid then converts into amino acid, that is glycine, by transamination reactions with glutamic acid in the presence of enzyme glyoxylate glutamate aminotransferase. Glycine enters into mitochondria where 2 molecules of glycine interact to form 1 molecule of serine, carbon dioxide and ammonia. Ammonia is then transported to cytoplasm where it is synthesized into glutamic acid in the presence of an enzyme glycine decarboxylase. Then the serine returns to peroxisome where it is deaminated and reduced to hydroxypyruvic acid and finally glyceric acid in the presence of an enzyme serine aminotransferase. So then hydroxypyruvic acid undergo transamination in the presence of an enzyme hydroxypyruvate reductase to form glyceric acid and NAD. Glyceric acid finally enters into the chloroplast where it is phosphorylated to 3-phosphoglyceric acid which enters into C3 cycle in the presence of an enzyme glycerate kinase. Significance of photorespiration. Photorespiration does not produce energy or reducing sugar. Rather, it consumes energy. Further, it undergoes the work of photosynthesis. Thus, there is a 25% loss of fixed carbon dioxide. Therefore, it is a highly wasteful process. This happens only in case of C3 plants. C4 plants have overcome the problem of photorespiration by performing the light reaction in the mesophyll cells and Rubisco-mediated CO2 fixation by Kelvin cycle in the interior leaves in the bundle sheath cells of cells where both temperature and oxygen are lower. Photorespiration protects the plants from photooxidative damage by dissipating excess of excitation of energy. However, the knowledge about the process of photorespiration is of great importance to agriculturists. By manipulating different atmospheric conditions, use of inhibitors of glycolic acid oxidase such as alpha hydroxysulfonate, and through genetic control, the process of photorespiration can be regulated and consequently the photosynthetic productivity can be increased. But sustained efforts by the plant physiology in these directions have not been successful. The scientists are now thinking to prevent the photorespiration and to increase the photosynthetic productivity on the other lines, such as to develop a mechanism for concentrating CO2 in the photosynthetic cells. Factors affecting photorespiration. Photorespiration is closely associated with carbon dioxide compensation point. Besides the particular plant species such as C3 and C4 plants, the factors which influence CO2 compensation point also affect the rate of photorespiration. The rate of photorespiration higher when the oxygen concentration is higher and CO2 concentration is less. Higher temperature also have a favorable effect on this process. On the other hand, inhibitors of glycolic acid oxidase such as alpha hydroxysulfonate inhibit the process of photorespiration. So these are some of the differences between photorespiration and respiration. Photorespiration, it only occurs inside the photosynthetic cells. Respiration, it is found in all living cells. It takes place only in the presence of light. Photorespiration takes place only in the presence of light. Respiration takes place both in dark and in light. Photorespiration, both uptake of oxygen and evolution of carbon dioxide are light dependent. Exchange of gases is independent of light in respiration. So in photorespiration, it occurs in the chloroplast and may also require the help of peroxisomes and mitochondria. So it occurs both in cytoplasm and mitochondria. In photorespiration, the substrate is RUBP, that is ribulose biphosphate. So in respiration, the substrate is commonly glucose, though other food materials can also be used. In photorespiration, the end products are carbon dioxide and the phosphoglyceric acid. In respiration, the end products are carbon dioxide and water. Photorespiration, it is a wasteful method that does not produce any energy. In respiration, it produces energy. Photorespiration, it is a prominent in C3 plants and negligible in C4 plants. Respiration is a prominent process in all organisms except the anaerobic ones. The substrate forms at the time of utilization. The substrate is already present in the cells as in case of respiration. Photorespiration is not essential and respiration is essential for survival of all organisms. And these are the references I've used to make PPT as well as the reading material. Thank you for watching my video.